Greetings, fencers. So our first play comes from the first Master Dagger. It's a figure 4 bind to the arm. I will also give a little bit of information on standing submissions in general. After we cover, we step with our right foot and bring our right arm around their elbow and grab our own wrist or bicep. Our goal is to get their elbow tight to our chest and lock it in place. When coming around with the right arm, we could strike the head in some way in order to help our play succeed. Now this position is not the easiest submission. You have to force quite a ways to get the arm break. Fiore agrees with this. In one of the sources, he only says it will throw them. I am well placed and positioned to force you to the ground. I will throw you down immediately. And in another, he calls it a bind, not a break. I seek to take your dagger and bind your arm. So when forcing this position, your partner is more likely to go down to the ground before needing to tap. If we still have this position on the ground, then we can attempt to finish in a few different positions. In the second master later on, we learn to use the reverse key lock. Fiore calls this a break because it has more pressure on the arm, but is a far weaker bind for holding. After a cover, when we step with the right foot, go under the arm instead of over, then grab our own wrist and pry down. You must be more controlled as this has a faster break, and the other choice for someone is to go down to the ground with it. On the ground this is a good submission, but a standard key lock is often easier to get. Our last submission is an arm break over the shoulder. After the cover, we get both hands on the arm and step through, turning our back, and bring our shoulder up as we pull down. Now this arm break can be done without the duck under. However, this leads to a back take for them if we don't get the break. And these holds and breaks can be found in other systems. Now, even though these are cool, they all have the same problem when it comes to sparring. If two people are reasonably competent, then you cannot get someone to tap while standing with these. It will happen if there's a large skill difference or someone is going easy, but you just simply don't have enough control over someone and all the variables when standing. Here my arm is controlled, but that is the only thing. The rest of my body is free. So if my partner waits for the tap, I will almost always get free. So in an actual situation, in Fiore's context, you can't wait for the tap or submission. You would immediately break it. Any hesitation, and you'll lose it. For the first play, all I have to do is get my elbow off his chest, or I can take the back. For the reverse key lock, I can straighten my arm and then I'm free, or I can take the back again. And for the last one, all I need to do is point the elbow up, and I can take the back again. On the ground, you're able to use these same submissions, but also control their body, so they can't immediately escape. I'm a big fan of teaching stuff people can use in sparring, and that's a big reason why I don't often teach these, because they can be too dangerous for your partner, or put you in a worse position when you don't break their arm. But practicing them to understand Fiore's context is great, but just remember, things like these aren't submissions, they're immediate breaks. If someone ends up striking at us with a sword pommel, then we can do these same plays if our sword is grabbed, or we just drop our own sword for some reason. Thanks for watching, keep studying, keep practicing.
I did the wrong thing. Let's get the key lock with the leg. Oh no, I went the wrong way.